好 ，OK， 那我们继续开始我们巫师2代王国刺客的游戏进度。好，那我们先去那个下水道看看，因为后面的剧情好像没有要去下水道，我是不知道是吧
？Get out of there!
Spoken to the king.
What's the meaning of this?
Wouldn't listen. Just
What's the meaning of this?
I remember when he rode to visit.
Oh.
Greetings.
下水道在哪？下水道好像是在。
Hey there! ，Get out of there!
这傻笑。
I'll not have you loitering around here.
落木略下水道，查一下。
One day someone will get you in a dark alley. Kingslayer.
It's a brazen attack. King Radovid will learn it.
Radovid sent them.
The audacity. Constable John Natalis.
Interrex John Natalis. He is regent.
Prepare for your final lesson.
Final? But
I'll have no discussion. This will be a practice.
靠腰小姐到底在哪里啊？
he's honest. We must think of it as a challenge.
Renounce magic! I...
干这傻小。 龙岭，下水道，可以哦，可以哦。哇，不能过，什么都没有。
Bloody hell!
Just as I thought. I remember when he rode to...
Do I?
Geralt of Rivia.
Your Majesty.
As usual, you turn up where and when you're least expected. And in such company. I never thought they'd make a soldier out of you.
It's hard to focus on...
The world has changed greatly since we met those few months ago. Temeria stands at the brink of civil war. Kedwin has taken the Pontar Valley by force, and a Nilfgaardian delegation plays a prominent role at the summit of the north. Foltest and Demavend are both dead. Though it seems we were signing treaties just yesterday. Henselt was butchered in Vergen.
Why did you bring the Knights of the...
The Order of the Flaming Rose is here to ensure that the talks remain peaceful.
What's the...
Henselt invited them. Before he died.
Shillard Fitzhestelin would never miss an opportunity like this one. He'll come to the talks and stage his favourite drama.
I've come here...
Wait, were it not for you, Henselt would have perished at the hands of an...
My rep...
From soldier to soldier. From whores to barons.
I only delayed his death.
Do you know how he died?
I wasn't there.
The first lie of the day, and the negotiations have yet to begin. How can I help you if you...
Henselt had Roach's unit murdered. I can't call it anything else. In doing that, he signed his own death sentence. When he was looking for Saskia...
What about Deathmold?
He followed orders and deserves the same.
Maybe we can come to some sort of arrangement. You said you needed help, Witcher. Tell me more.
Who's representing
Only the sorcerer Deathmold and his...
Sheila de Tanzerville is...
How do you know?
I found one of the assassins after...
Why you...
The desperation of...
If you say so.
It all makes sense. Shillard Fitzhestelin warned me about a plot. Apparently, Triss Merigold confessed to him that the sorceresses had set up a secret lodge.
Triss is working with Shillard?
She's been detained as a suspect. Shillard believes the sorceresses of Nilfgaard were also part of the conspiracy. Luckily, the entire amphitheater is under a spell that quells any magic. Otherwise, no one would dare go near all those mages. Well, the talks beckon. Everyone wants to see Temeria's bitter end.
What do you mean by that, Your Majesty?
The nobles are rebelling in Vizima. Lacking a ruler, they simply want to divide the kingdom into provinces.
Divide Temeria. Shame on the traitors.
Well, it doesn't have to be that way. Anais, the daughter of Louisa and Foltest, lives still. After the Baroness's rebellion, the girl was captured by the Nilfgaardians. The child has become a bargaining chip between the Empire and Kedwin. My people tell me Anais is here in Lochmuin, in Deathmold's hands. I cannot mount an armed attack on the Kedwenis. It would be tantamount to declaring war, and we have gathered here to maintain peace. A lone witcher and a... Bring me Anais, Geralt, and I'll salvage a unite.
What about Sheila?
Easy, Witcher. I have managed to tame Philippa Eilhart. The girl is more. I would look after her. Take her back to Tretogor in Redania. When she's of age, she can claim the throne and thus guarantee Temeria's sovereignty. I must attend these talks, Geralt. Time is short. Bring me the girl, the two of you. Men without country or commander. I, in turn, promise that Sheila de Tanzaville will pay for her deeds. I shall...
An alliance with Redania is our only chance at preserving Temeria's independence.
It's still risky.
Anais, she's the key.
I still wonder about Boosie's death.
I'm
The
counting
boy
on
would have
you,
had a stronger
Witcher.
claim to the
Don't
throne.
let me down.
Maybe Anais can tell us something. It's high time we visited our old friend, Deathmold.
The Emperor's men hold Triss. They'll get everything they can out of her, after which she'll be dispensable.
If it's between the sorceress's life and Temeria's future, then I've no choice. I'm sorry. This is no place to talk. Let's wait till we're beyond the gate.
Get out of there! Bear, crow, something white.
Roach!
Just the person I'd be looking for were I not forced to seek Anais Lavalette. You have much to explain, Brigida Papabrok.
Oh no, you'll not pin this on me. I trusted you and you sent me into a den of vipers. Vipers!
Another Vess.
This is no time for pleasantries, Geralt. Calm yourself, Brigida. You were to watch Foltest's children. I saw nothing dangerous in the task. Obviously, I was wrong. But I need your help. Anais has been kidnapped. Boosie is likely dead. I need to know how this happened. I need to know the details.
You knew well what you were getting me into. You know that entire rotting bunch. The Count, the Baron.
Not half as well as you do, my dear. Who were those men?
Not so fast, Roach. I have been hiding in this city for 3 days.
What do you propose?
Escort me out of the city, to the river.
What will that get you?
I expected I would need to fend for myself.
It's a long way.
You've a traitor in your camp, Roach. Perhaps more than one. What happened to Fulton?
Damn it all. Geralt, I need to look to Anais. Learn how we're to get to her. But Brigida might know what...
All right, Roach.
I'll search for a back way into the Kedwenny camp.
You're forgetting. I came here for Triss.
Whatever you decide to do later, so be it. But a traitor in the Temerian...
I'd thank you, Roach, if you weren't such a shit.
I'm counting on you, Geralt. Brigida must get to her destination safely.
Good luck, Roach. Which way are we headed?
We shall leave Loch Muin through the Order's camp. We won't be bothered there. Then we'll descend the mountain path and go onto the river. Who knows what we'll find?
I remember you from...
Does it matter, Witcher?
Did mention vipers.
Blessed be the eternal fire!
Powerful men, important in the Temerian camp. And thoroughly unscrupulous.
Vernon's mentioned them. I guess I have them to thank for an interesting chat Roach and I had a while back. Know them well.
Too early to cry, Witcher. I'll not let you pick my brain and abandon me.
Mutant.
The main path leads to the right.
That's where they're likely to be waiting.
Roach would say they'd be waiting along both paths.
Roach. You're with me, not him. And I decide for myself. We've agreed to meet someone on the riverbank. We'll go through the wood. calm thus far. Your dear Roach seems to have been wrong.
You two have a history, or do I have it wrong?
He asked a favor of me. I was to stay with Foltest's children, watch them, travel with them if necessary. Child's play, the bastard called it. That's how I wound up in the caravan transporting the children to Loch Muin for the summit.
Yeah, that clearly went sour. Tell me more.
Soon enough. We've just got to make it through the forest. It's a short way to the river beyond that. It should be calm.
Let's go.
It's not far now. Redlin awaits down by the river, at the end of this path.
Is Redlin another of Roach's contacts?
No, a smuggler. I'd be looking for another...
Stay behind.
It's Roach's bitch! Kill them!
They were expecting us.
No time to lose. How much further?
Not far. We must stay on this path. It's the shortest way.
We've gotten into some serious trouble.
I should say so. Temeria is like a haystack, and the information I have is a burning torch. Fill the rest in for yourself.
Damn.
蓝图。 这个就更强哎。干，一只比一只强。什么？戴斯文。戴斯文我好像拿过了。哦，有一支剑，动火宝真多啊！4044还好，没什么用的剑。到底了，没东西了吧？
This is the smuggler I spoke of.
This was the smuggler you spoke of. Someone's coming.
You'll not sail off, you whore! Kill her!
Thank you. I'd not have survived on my own.
Talk, woman. You've dragged me far away from the city. You owe me an explanation.
I don't know.
3 days like a rat, you said, and you don't know?
I knew. I mean, I had my suspicions.
So talk. Who's out to kill?
I don't know.
There you go.
Truly, I cannot be sure. At first I thought it was revenge for the children.
It's not Roach. We both know that.
Yes. You're right.
Tell me about the...
They created this storm.
Are they working together?
I would say they detest one another. Or that's what they wish everyone to believe. The devil only knows.
What does...
A strong Temeria, and a strong North. He's obsessed. He believes we're surrounded by rebels and traitors. The Lavalettes, the Marabels.
He's probably not alone in that belief.
But he is alone in believing that he himself is the remedy for that ailment.
Isn't she a little young for him?
He's a disgusting old satyr.
You know what the Count intends? Meaning?
I would call him a sheep were his heart not black. He's a jester, an especially nasty one, though I cannot identify his master. He may not even have one.
Seems you got to know the Baron and the Count well. Then there's Roach. Pretty interesting social life, I'd say.
Being a courtier, that was no life for me. I thought it terribly dull and found a remedy.
Searching for excitement shouldn't get you killed.
It's the last time I do anything of the sort.
You can't be sure of that. Is Vernon the only person you do favors for?
I've never betrayed Temeria, if that's what you ask.
What happened to the convoy?
We were ambushed. The caravan was destroyed.
I need details.
We were traveling along the agreed path, with a limited escort so as not to draw attention.
Which one were you in?
I was with Anais. One day a messenger appeared with orders for the caravan's commander. A change of plans. We turned north to travel a longer route for safety's sake. Soon after the turnoff, we were attacked. The attackers were killing everyone indiscriminately. One pulled me from the wagon, but a bolt pierced his neck. It was mayhem. I ran for the bushes and hid.
Did you see what happened to the children?
The driver of Boosie's wagon was when the fighting was done. They found Anais still in her wagon. I turned away for fear of what they might do, but they merely...
Any idea what happened to the...
I have them. After they took Anais, the bastards were in a hurry.
Thanks.
I must. I'll not return to the city. Thank you again, Witcher. And follow this through. You'll do us all a favor.
Blessed be the eternal fire.
In its radiance.
I remember you from Vizima.
We know you didn't kill him.
It's you? I believe there's been a misunderstanding, my lord.
Get out before I call my...
And what might I convey?
Nothing.
Baron, sir, you gave your word.
For the last time, out! Tend to this matter.
Who was that?
He's of no concern to you.
People like him.
Did I ask for your opinion on the matter?
The convoy carrying Anais and Busi.
I'd like to know that myself.
I've seen your letter to Horst Lubbock.
Nonsense!
The letter bear...
Where is it?
I had...
Show me.
You'll have to take...
The word of a wandering... If that's the situation, I've said all I have to say.
Words come cheap.
I care little. If this letter exists, we are dealing with a forgery. My scribe will testify.
My claim? Maybe I should just deliver the letter to Natalis.
Any accusation will be... Heed my words, Witcher. It would be unwise of you to jump to any... But our objective means I promise to pay you well for...
The truth does taste better when pain...
I know nothing. Cormorants, a string.
Drunker than a bard. Won't get anything out of him. Maybe there's something about testing letters in his notes.
The king of reagents. Yes. Young alchemists. Not all that falls out to us.
According to the scribe's notes, if this is Kimbold's letter, how did it go? I need to make the substance that will bring... Heated coffee. A bit of water. Wait for it to dissolve. A little burnt lump. Shit. Now I'll never know if the letter...
God.
Cormorants, a string.
傻眼。
It's you! Water quenches life.
Drunker than a bard.
Like
Won't get
beer
anything out of him.
quenches
Maybe there's something about
thirst.
testing letters in his notes. According to the script. How did it go? Light, quench, I need to make this up. burnt lime. A bit of water. Everything's better with a dash of burnt guano. Wait for it to dissolve. Smells like piss, but it worked. The sheet's orange, not blue. The letter's fake. Kimbold had nothing to do with it. You were right, Baron.
Of course I was right. I would never seek to hurt your payment with... I want you to look...
What would it involve?
Count Linus...
Young.
Yes. Yes, all that and more. And he's ambitious to a fault. Right after the Temerian delegation arrived in Lochween, his people began visiting the Nilfgaardian camp regularly.
Are you suggesting Maravel's a traitor?
We are all entitled to communicate with the ambassador without chagrin and openly, as court and diplomatic protocols allow. Yet the Count's multiple messengers, the letters...
You're curious to know.
I want you to learn the Count's plans. Find out what Maravel's messenger is carrying. If treason is involved, you must alert John Latalis. You will be generously rewarded, I assure you.
How do I...
Look for my man, or...
You need a...
Do not underestimate Hieronymus Lash.
A pretentious, invented name. But you wouldn't need my help with either of those. So I'll venture a guess.
I knew you were suited to this task. The magic barrier placed over the city, he nevertheless remains dangerous. He faced execution. But that louse Maravel saved him.
All right, I'll look into it.
My lord, we know where they are. What are your orders? Met many a baron. Horson's the lot of them.
It's you!
Kimbolt's different. So if anything happens to him, well, I'll gut you personally.
Master Witcher!
What are you...
My lord, the Right Honourable Count Maravel requires...
Seems like everything is these days.
Dog catcher with a hook. Slayer.
Aldrich, Baron Kimbold said you'd point Hieronymus Lash out to me.
Perfect timing. Come with me.
It's you!
Where's Lash?
Patience, mate. They should be here any minute. I've done my bit. Up to you now.
We've got a tail. Stop him.
Stop there, White One.
What if I don't?
Then I'll fucking help you!
I'd like to see you try.
Consider it done! For the telly! Kill him!
就这样。
Taste our steel! Enough! You shall die, here and now.
厉害哦！傻小。
It's you!
There's a traitor among...
Careful, Witcher. You'd better have evidence if you plan to accuse someone of treason.
Boosie.
Yes?
You have a traitor in your camp, Comp.
I know what the Temerian nobles think of me. They have no love for me and seek to subvert me at every step. And that is how it will stay as long as the throne remains vacant.
I'm not talking about you. Count Marivel is responsible for Boosie's...
A grave charge, Witcher.
This letter clearly shows Count Marivel's men ambushed the convoy carrying...
Why? For what amount of gold? For what swathes of land did that tub of lard... I thank you, Witcher. You have done us all no small favor. That is the state of affairs, Baron. Count Linus Marivel is a traitor.
You have at last seen the light, Constable, and I am content.
It's you!
Damn, you're ugly.
You want to guard the camp like it's the... Look who's here.
Greeting.
Our paths cross often.
Too often.
What do you seek here?
Triss Marigold.
In the Nilfgaardian camp?
Lower your sword, son.
You've got cheek, Geralt.
Let's go. One false move and your ambassador will never see Nilfgaard's son again.
My men won't let you leave here alive.
They will if you ask them to, Excellency, and I believe you will.
Reynold F. Madsen's orders come from the Emperor himself. He'd rather die than give you Marigold.
Then he'll die.
Oh, mark my words. You will. Unless you release me.
Out of the way, all of you, or the old man dies.
Hold there!
I'm not joking.
I know. And I advise you not to hesitate. Kill him. For we shan't move one bit. Renwald! He who brings me the Witcher's head will get the Order of Merit.
But Ambassador Fitz-Estelin...
Your Excellency. Orders from the capital.
Now I'll have to kill you all.
What are you waiting for? Get him!
Long live the Emperor!
For Nilfgaard!
下要打。
Nilfgaard!
Did you really think you could just prance in here? Make the Emperor proud! Kill him!
Long live the Emperor!
The Imperial Army's ranks are endless!
For the Emperor!
You're a stubborn beast. Congratulations, Witcher. They...
Free trip.
You amaze me. How can you risk your...
They're a thing.
And what?
Friendship.
Tell me.
What are you talking?
Your friend and the other witches conspired against your rulers.
How do you know that?
From the best possible.
And how did you get?
By showing her the confessions of other lodge members.
I don't believe you.
That's irrelevant at this point. During our chat, my people managed to regroup, call for reinforcements.
Maybe now they'll start fighting like men.
Time to show you the Empire's true power. Surround him! Shame to the Empire! Shield bearers, forward! Emperor, I failed you. Nothing special.
At your service.
28天赋了，升那么多久都不知道。根本就乱加。
Now listen here.
I see I was a thug for...
还是很烂啊。好了，就特里斯吧。
Uh-oh.
钥匙到底是不是屁啊？钥匙没有。
Geralt?
Didn't expect to see me.
Are you kidding? The only person you expect to see in a Nilfgaardian dungeon is the executioner.
Did they torture you?
They tried various things, but they got nothing from me.
When I left Flotsam with Vernon, I somehow doubted I'd find you so soon.
I know it was hard on you. I'll never forget this, you hear? Never.
Couldn't you ask your friends from the Lodge for help?
How do you know of the Lodge?
I just do. Listen, Triss, to come here for you, I had to split up with Vernon. Temeria is in danger of disintegrating.
Are you sorry you chose to come here?
No, I'm not. But freeing, I need you to explain your role in this Met. And to explain why you lied to me.
That's not true.
I know about the Lodge. I know the Lodge was behind Demavend's assassination. I know Triss Merigold is a member of the Lodge.
It's not like that.
Show me the error in my reasoning.
True. I'm a member of the Lodge. Just like 8 other sorceresses. The Lodge is a theater for 2 actresses. Sheila and Philippa have long dominated it.
To the point where you didn't know about the murder they planned?
To the point where I was no longer invited to gatherings.
Why? Because you didn't agree?
9 women very rarely agree on anything.
Tell me.
I was close to you. If Sheila fears anyone, it's Geralt of Rivia. The Lodge did everything to convince...
We're still close.
Don't insult me.
Calm down, Triss. Reynold Ep Matson claimed other... Now.
All existing councils of mages disintegrated after the Thanad massacre. We all acted separately. When I was sworn in, it never crossed my mind that the Lodge's plans would soon become secret to its members. As you know, Philippa's not one for minor undertakings. She presented a...
No wonder the king...
Philippa and Sheila... To control a powerful state, they needed to create one first.
I'd choose the same if I were...
Nor could he count on the loyalty of... At one of our meetings, I just asked how they imagined overthrowing Demavend. That was the last time I was invited.
When you went off to meet Yorveth and Sheila was busy with the Karen's carcass, I managed to scan...
Why did...
I wanted to. Letho must have shadowed me when I entered Sheila's room.
Did you talk?
He wasn't aggressive. In Vergen, he told me that Sheila commissioned them to assassinate Demoven. Sheila helped them prepare the assassination.
I wonder why he told you about it.
Is that important?
Conspirators who...
There was some interference as we teleported to Edirn. I knew Philippa was in the area. I decided to go see her and lay my cards on the table.
Maybe Letho wanted just that.
I met a woman at Philippa's house. Thought she was just a servant or Philippa's lover. Before I could speak, I was overpowered by spells. I hardly expected an attack. The pain I felt as my body was compressed. It's indescribable. In any case, Philippa had no idea her lover, Asira, decompressed me back just before they murdered her. I didn't piece the puzzle together until I was here, in the dungeon.
Ever find out what Sheila was actually doing in...
You're right, of course.
What did she want from Yorveth?
The Scoia'tael were Saskia's trump card. I expect Sheila needed to know what the elves would do, given that a war with Hensel was
Who had Foltest assassinated?
I have no idea. Perhaps after Demoven's successful
That would be stupid. Killing Demoven was a way to take control of the Pontar Valley. People would forget the regicide in a year, and the Lodge could put its plan in motion.
One thing is certain. Letho killed Foltest.
Did Saskia know the Lodge's...
She didn't even know the Lodge existed. Philippa told her that the sorceresses would support an independent state. Saskia backed Philippa, and the people backed...
That'll have to do for...
We'll learn more at the top.
You're going to attend?
You have no memory of how the world worked before the Thanad massacre.
Actually, I know exactly how it worked.
That means...
We'll talk about my memory later.
All right. If the Council and Conclave still existed, kings wouldn't be assassinated and massacres would be less frequent. Normalizing relations between the rulers and the mages who advise them is our only...
And our only chance to dismantle.
The Lodge will disintegrate anyway. Once the kings learn it was behind the assassinations, they'll start a witch hunt. We can prevent that from happening. I'm all for punishing the guilty, but can't abide collective response.
Let's go then.
Those Nilfgaardians, that's your work?
They followed their leader too blindly.
You killed them all.
They didn't slaughter themselves.
We shouldn't arrive at the same time. Let's split up.
Triss.
Yes?
That was some mess.
Don't worry,
All right.
一次升那么多级哦，我操！都加一加，都加一加。8%的容易弄啊。
special?
Renounce magic, I tell you! Shatter your towers and crystal balls! Break your wands and... turn away the...
Constable John Natalis.
Interrex John Natalis.
So, even...
We're about...
Yeah, that's...
It's now or never.
In recent weeks, we have deliberated extensively in Vizima on who is to succeed to the Temerian throne. Because the fate of Foltest's last child remains unknown, we could not reach an agreement. Unable to reconcile the interests of the esteemed Temerian houses, we have no choice but to divide the country into provinces along the barony's current borders.
This cannot be, John Natalis. Temeria stands between Nilfgaard and the north. It must be a strong and united realm.
I too would wish it so, Your Majesty. But when Foltest was cut down by an assassin, the country's very heart burst.
I have learned that Anais La Valette is currently in the hands of the sorcerer Deathmold.
Clearly you have yet to learn of the slaughter that occurred today in the Kedweni camp, King Radovid.
Yet there is hope if the child lives.
I shall do everything in my power to find her. Simultaneously, I wish to announce that the commander of the Temerian Special Forces, one Vernon Roach, is officially a wanted man. All privileges appertaining to him as an officer of the realm are hereby repealed.
To the matter at hand. The document describing the charter of the Council and the Conclave is, as previously ascertained, an exact copy of the charter found in the ruins on Thanet Island. The more important question relates to the Conclave and its power to designate royal advisors. Today, randomly chosen mages and sorceresses reside at many courts. However, in the time of the previous Conclave, such persons were carefully chosen.
Why shouldn't we pick our own advisors?
These individuals bear great responsibility, Your Majesty. The Conclave needs to be certain they are competent.
And that they will keep the Conclave's interests in mind.
Obviously, sire. The Conclave's chief interest is the well-being and prosperity of the northern kingdoms. The document has been signed by every member of the Conclave we have proposed, as well as by all but one of the designated advisors. We await only Sheila de Tanserville's signature.
Without our royal seals, you should be allowed to designate advisors to cowherds at most.
That is true, Your Majesty.
Sheila de Tanserville should never be allowed to sign this document.
Triss Merigold, you decided to join us after all.
De Tanserville has royal blood on her hands. She can't sit on the Conclave.
That is a lie.
Have you anything to support these claims, Merigold?
There are witnesses who will confirm that Sheila de Tanserville was behind the assassinations of Demavend and Foltest.
Officials of the future Council and Conclave. Sheila de Tanserville should be arrested and tried. If Triss Merigold speaks the truth, Lady de Tanserville will be condemned to death.
Sheila de Tanserville, until Triss Merigold's charges are dismissed or refuted, you cannot sit on the Conclave.
Arrest her.
You don't know the whole truth. Merigold doesn't know what she's talking about.
炮，地图炮。
Geralt! We're trapped! Magic's no good here! I can't get us out! Sheila! You have to get Sheila!
While you can, Witcher. You can't stop me. Not you, not anyone else. If I have to, I will kill you. How do you like my dragon? Kill him now! You're late. I've already managed to stabilize the portal.
You've got nowhere to run. Sooner or later, somebody will find you.
I prefer to leave on my own terms.
Where's Letho?
Sir Sempices will tend to him, as she will to all the fools who are hard on at the mere thought of burning a sorceress at the stake.
Where is he?
I don't know, fool. I've been looking for him since Foltest's assassination. Letho cheated all of us. We were deceived by his dull face and sluggish stare. Don't you understand? The Lodge sought a way to get rid of Demavend, that's true. He was a weak, volatile king. Edirn would eventually choke to death under his rule.
Foltest?
We had nothing to do with that. After assassinating Demavend, Letho used our gold and magical support to find and Nilfgaard. Letho is the king of liars and emperor of traitors. From the start, he worked for the glory of the Great Sun and the White Flame.
Got any evidence?
A moment ago, I received a message from the Lodge's agent in Sintra. The Imperial Army is on the move. They're fording the Yaruga now. Do you think the North can defend itself in the current situation? But can you count on another miracle at Brenna?
I don't know, but you made it all possible.
We shall see. Philippa controls the dragon. As soon as I disappear, it will turn the city.
The dragon attacked Foltest's troops during the siege of Lavalette Castle.
We did not control it then. We may have lost a battle, but the war is just beginning. You, however, shall not take part in it. This is your end, Witcher.
Farewell! Something's not right! The diamond! Someone replace the diamond! This one's flawed! I'll be torn to bits! Geralt, remove it! The diamond! Remove the diamond! I'll do anything you want!
有没救他欸
No! No!
欸靠北，没救他要死了哦。
Geralt, we're trapped. Magic's no good here. I
有时候要重喝。
Sheila, you have to get Sheila.
Turn back while you can, Witcher. You can't stop me. Not you, not anyone else. If I have to, I will kill you. You waited long enough. Should you survive, go south to Nilfgaard, where you'll find Yennefer of Vengerberg. Farewell, Witcher.
你要帮你用人做那边造哟。我操！这个是打。 比较有注意啦。拍打！斩头！好，按错键了，靠背，按错键就挂了，白痴哦。 力量超大的，挂了。杀都不杀。
list of the Lodge's sorceresses. A list of the whores you'll help us find.
What's going on here?
中目。
Are you all right?
More or less.
And the dragon?
I had to kill it, unfortunately.
Unfortunately?
Philippa enslaved the dragon with her magic. If I'd let it live, we'd surely find it serving the Lodge of Sorceresses. Many more would have died. Before the sorceresses broke the creature's will, but I'm dead tired of having to choose the
Let's get out of here.
I guess Letho got away.
He's waiting for you.
Waiting?
Where the Temerians made camp. Come on.
What do you mean?
Utter chaos broke out after the dragon attacked. I tried to reach Philippa's quarters. The letter was short.
What happened here while I was gone?
All the kings had many more armed men than they should have had at a peace summit. During the evacuation, several skirmishes broke out. The Kedwenis clashed with the Temerians. The Order's knights raped 2 sorceresses and killed those who dared try to help them.
Do you think the Council and Conclave will survive?
Well, they're established, and that's the only thing that prevented a wholesale massacre. Hard to say if they'll survive. But for the time being, no one's got any better ideas. Mages are part of this world, whether people like it or not. They have to have their rights, their place. Otherwise, another lodge will arise.
Vernon Roach! Step away from the child.
She's of royal blood. Temerian. Too good for you, Horsons.
You're an outlaw. Wanted in all the north. Hand over the child and perhaps the king will show you mercy.
I piss on Kedweni mercy.
Roach!
Triss! We can't let them have her! This is Foltest's daughter!
I've heard enough! Grab them!
I failed. Deathmold got away. Thanks, Geralt.
Triss needed my help.
What are you talking?
They kidnapped Triss. The Emperor dispatched the Kingslayers using the Lodge as a decoy.
Temeria is lost. The Barons will pick it apart into bits.
It's not lost. Temeria will be reunited. Get the child out of here. Take her far away. far from the kings, their courts and their wars.
What about you, Geralt?
I'm going after the Kingslayer.
A man of his word.
It's personal now.
Farewell then, White Wolf.
Farewell, Roach.
他带着公主走了。
Where's Yorvith? How's Yorvith?
Proud, I think. The reward on his head has never been greater. Those seeking him, the Scoia'tael hunters, will be reinforced. The special forces throughout the north will receive more resources. The Council and the Conclave are assigning several mages to the task. Yorvith is now public enemy.
应该要杀的吧。
This is no place for witches. Though I know you and you are...
True, though sometimes by accident.
And this time, also a coincidence?
Let's say I have something to take care of.
In that case, hurry. Once we're done cleaning up this mess created by the royal soldiery, Loch Muin will be magically...
Getting out of here? So Radovid trusts you?
We shall win His Royal Majesty's trust by delivering Sheila de Tansarville and the other traitresses.
That could take a while. Sheila's fled Loch Muin via Megascope.
We have time. Forgive me, I must attend to some matters. And don't dawdle. The city will be sealed in 1 hour.
There he is.
当然要打完啊。
Geralt.
This is between...
You don't?
I do. Wait for me at the city gate. If I'm not there within the hour...
Took you a while?
Is that bauble from Sheila's Megascope?
Mm-hmm. My final prank. I switched the diamonds. The one in the Megascope has a flaw.
I let her escape.
You're heartless. You've no idea what the Royal Witch Hunters have in store for her.
I don't doubt it. So, ready to lay your cards out on the table?
No matter the game, there comes a point when all the players need to show their cards. I love that moment. But first... vodka.
I only drink with friends.
What about old acquaintances? Eh? Recovered your memory yet?
Not entirely.
Remember how we first met?
Yeah, I saved your life. Couldn't think of a nicer way to pay me back?
Frankly, I couldn't. I mean, taking care of another man's woman.
The winter solstice 1270. Midinvern, the night of magic. Letho wasn't lying, the hunt had stopped. At the Hanged Man's Tree, the spectral riders selected from among those they had taken. Yennefer was among them. A wraith cannot be killed, only driven away. Every witcher knows that. Yet the riders fell beneath the blows of our witcher's blades. Crimson blood flowed from under their dead men's armor. We could not kill them all. They were simply too many. A stalemate. He was different from all other elves. There was no shame in his gaze. He had never suffered persecution. He had endured no massacres. Humans had not taken his land. This elf was not of this world. He was an invader. We struck a deal. My soul for that of Yennefer. He agreed without hesitation.
Back with me, friend? Got the feeling you left for a minute.
Memories. I remember the hanged man's tree and the wild hunt. I remember the exchange. Me for Yennefer.
So, cards out on the table. Unless you chase me all that way just to kill me.
I chased you for lots of...
Let's...
Care to tell?
Kill as many rulers as we could. Lay the blame on the and you know what's incredible? We could not have imagined more fertile, no matter what the war's outcome. The northern monarchs will accuse one another. The north resembles a whorehouse on fire.
Why are you still...
I knew you wouldn't give up. I knew you'd pursue me. And I don't aim to hide anymore. I never saw you as a foe. I want to go my way. But if I have to fight you...
How did a Witcher agree to kill you?
At the Emperor's bidding, Geralt. And he's no ordinary human.
Why?
Simple. He promised to rebuild the School of the Viper. The Witcher's schools in the south fell into ruin long ago. Besides Serret and Ox, I know of 2 other Witchers of the School of the Viper who should be alive and on the path.
How did you know where we'd find the Wild Hunt?
Every Witcher who wears the Viper around his neck knows the place. We had so many...
Know who they are?
From what I understand, they're some damn elven race.
No Market Square mage could possibly conjure up a cavalcade of wraiths speeding across the sky. Then there's the amnesia. No, there's something more, I assure you.
Go ahead and...
There are a lot of legends and myths about it, but the Wild Hunt is a fact. I've fought and killed many of its wraiths. They were spectral emanations.
Are you telling me you were carried off by elves?
They may be ordinary in their world, but they're strangers in ours. The conjunction of spheres.
There's not a Witcher who does...
So you know there are other spheres. The most powerful of our mages can open passages between these worlds, and they usually do that to summon the elves we saw come from another world, and they weren't summoned. They found the way on their own.
As they did for you and Yennefer. So, elves from another world...
I've got an idea. Tell me about Yennefer.
She was feverish for several days. Somehow she recovered. But even then she was
What then?
Well, the woman turned out to be quite a character. Throwing temper after you so nobly sacrificed yourself. We thought it'd be dumb just to leave her somewhere. We were in the heart of the Empire. And as I'm sure you know, Geralt.
So I heard.
So we set out. Wandered through the provinces. Everywhere we went, she got in trouble and we pulled her out.
Imperial secret?
We were sick. That's how I met Vatia de Rideau. And a couple of weeks later...
What happened?
I don't know. Never saw her again. The Emperor offered me a mission in the northern kingdoms. Those Imperial spooks have their ways.
So she's in the Empire?
She was when I left.
I'm done talking.
Wanna fight?
Any vodka left in that bottle?
A swig apiece. Here. The Imperial army is probably crossing the...
You're a fool, Letho. Both you and your Emperor are forgetting one thing. Misfortune brings people together. But that's just not...
I'm not your foe. I never was. Let me walk.
Time to fight.
As I left. fear death? Stop whining and fight. What does it feel like to be almost dead? I said fight. The wolf has teeth. And they're sharp. I'm better. I can tell already. Of course you can. You tire quickly. I'm tired of talking. I don't want to kill you. You're nowhere near my level. Of course not. I'm no king. I've had enough of this dance.
The Witcher had traveled far and wide in search of the Kingslayers. In Flotsam, he slew Bernard Laredo, but few mourned for the Commandant. Flotsam remained Temerian, while command of the garrison and town went to a Vizima noble, a sworn enemy of Kedwen and an avid angler. To this day, folk gather round bonfires in Lobenden to hear of the Witcher's deeds. The Witcher witnessed a great Kedweni victory in Edirn. At Vergen, Henselt's army crushed Saskia the Dragonslayer's motley force, ending the springtime of races. Soldiers of the Unicorn swarmed over the Pontar Valley. As it had before, powerful Kedwen swallowed Upper Edirn whole. Yet subsequent events would render Henselt's triumph short-lived. After Foltest's death, Temeria's neighbors began to vie for the glittering prize that was the realm's throne. Yet the murders of first Demavend, then Henselt, forced them to look to their own problems. Temeria fell prey to its power-hungry barons. But Vernon Roche held a light of hope for the dying realm, and he tucked it away in a place safe and still to await better times. Years before, Geralt of Rivia had witnessed the fall of the Council and Conclave of Mages. The summit in Loch Muin re-established both bodies, their founders sacrificing Sheila de Tanzerville and her accomplices. Yet Radovid also required humility and loyalty from the proud mages, but this did not sit well with all of them. It was a time of great uncertainty, of rape accomplished by royal decree. Yet as troubled as the days seemed, we, who had in some way shaped the world's fate, finally received some respite. Zoltan resumed the quest for his beloved's hand, and I laid my head in the laps of the muses. Who could have known this tempest which had ravaged the north was but a harbinger of darker days, and the preamble to an entirely new tale of Geralt of Rivia.
但德林还是一样淫乱的，妈的嘞！我关了。 这是兔子这样。情了。OK， 好，那我们巫师2的游戏进度就已经结束了。
For the good of the Temerian crown, Vernon Roach is prepared to do anything. If needed.
好，那我们巫师2的游戏就到此结束了。